Hey, Lovatas and YouTube family. I just came here at 11:19 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in the Pacific Northwest, Tigard, Oregon, to come up with a theory that I've come up with. And a lot of people may not agree with me, but Martell Holt, he's feeling guilty. He's feeling like, damn, I fucked up bigly. Okay? Because right now it seems like he's saying he's following Melody's lead, they not like us. Because no matter what Martel says, it seems like everybody jumps on his bandwagon and everybody is just like, and I know they don't believe him. This is how I feel. I know they don't believe him, but because they have uh allegiance to hating Melody or disliking Melody or blocking Melody out or banning Melody from the show or whatever the flippin' dip it is that they're trying to do, it seems to me that Martell Holt has woke up and said, oh, okay, I created this monster. I'm noticing that Ariane Curry, his mistress, is not talking online, and it's possibly because he shut her down, alleged, in my opinion, with some possible actual and factual. But the fact of the matter is that I'm in agreement with Martell about the fact that Marsau has a lot to say about him. Martell does not talk about them. He does not, unless they talk about him. He does not talk about them. He just does not go around making them the topic of his conversation. But they seem to make him the topic of his conversation. And part of that, Martell being the topic of the conversation, therein lies Mel, who becomes the one that's the cause of all of this because of the fact that she decided to leave a cheating husband, a lying husband, or whatsoever he was. Everybody is against Melody and Martell, but they won't say they're against Martell because Martell holds a lot of the cards, but they will say they're against Melody without saying it out loud. It's their machinations and the way they move and the way they talk and the faces they make and all the other nonsense, the interviews that they're doing. Like Melody said to Marsau, if you're doing an interview and they ask you about me, I don't know. You have to ask them. Why you asking me? I don't know. Just, you don't have to say anything. But the minute you decide to talk about me in an interview that shouldn't have anything to do about me, and you make it all about me, then I know how you feel about me. And I think that Martell is finally realizing, this is just my opinion, okay? Martell is finally realizing that he created this hate train. And in him creating the hate train against Melody, he also created the hate train against himself because of the fact that he couldn't stand in his truth. I mean, he admitted that he cheated. Yes, he did. But it's like, well, Mel cheated too. And everybody said, well, Martell's a liar. Yes, he's a liar. But the only thing that I've heard Martell lie about is Melody. He's lied on Melody and about Melody. I don't hear him lying about anything else. He's withholding information, which is a big diff. Okay? He's not talking about Marsau and Maurice and Kimmy and Letitia and everybody else that's involved in this little triangle, triple, quadruple, quintuplet, or whatever that they have going on. He's not saying anything. He's being silent about a lot of stuff. But he has a lot to say about Melody, which gives the rest of the team fodder to talk about her and go against her. And I think he's finally realizing, damn, I fucked up that much. Between the charges and the fact that he has to go back to court because he decided that I want to fight this. Why are you fighting this? You know everything that they're saying is true. Why are you fighting this? But in the interim of all of that, he's looking at how the rest of the cast, which is supposed to be his so-called friends that he's known longer than he's known a lot of other people, and they've been friends before him and Melody got together, which I don't understand how that's possible, but okay, I digress, because it is a possibility that Martel has known Marsau and Maurice longer than he's been married to Melody. But the fact of the matter is whether he did or he didn't, they did become friends at some point during the marriage, and he's chosen a friendship that was detrimental to his marriage. And he's decided that since we're all doing the same thing, I'm going to treat my wife like shit. And I expect you guys to do the same thing. But they didn't fall in line. And now he's realizing the side his bread is buttered on, because Melody will ride or die for him. Even if they're not married, one thing about them is they can form an allegiance and alliance together to shut down the bullshit. But as long as Martel was lying on Melody and everybody was like, if she did that, knowing full well that shit wasn't fucking true. Knowing full well it wasn't true. But they wanted to believe that because that suited their narrative. As long as they can talk shit about Melody, they didn't have to tell anything about their own lives and the bullshit that they was going through, and all the lawsuits and community disadvantages between Marsau and Black and all the other nonsense. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. I might not be able to word it right, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. I think Martel had an aha moment and realized, what the fuck? I done fucked up bigly. Okay? Even after the divorce, we could still be cordial, because you know Melody has no problem being cordial. You know she doesn't have a problem. But it was the threats and all the other things. And the fact that they all sat on that information and tried to use it against her without letting them know that they knew this information that this man had shared with them shows how diabolical or diabolique they all are. And why is Letitia mad at Melody? Because Melody did absolutely nothing to her except try to show her the blueprint. Kimmy's mad at Melody because Melody tried to show Letitia the blueprint, and Kimmy's like, well, who the fuck does Mel think she is with her bougie ass and all that? You know what I'm saying? Lynell jumps in the picture, and she's like, well, I'm neutral. You bitch, you can't be neutral. I'm sorry. You either in or you out. It's one way or the other, just like the millimeters or the millimeters. We're in or we're out. And the bottom line is, based on all of your behaviors, we have decided that Melody needs the most support on the show based on every single one of y'all's machinations. Each and every single one of y'all have made up in your head that Melody is this, whatever it is y'all trying to say she is, when that's not, in fact, what's happening. She's a woman that has been cheated on for half of her marriage, and she stuck it out, and then she decided to say, I'm done. That's it. She's not scorned, because she was already scorned when it was happening. You know what I'm saying? The first time she found out about it, she was scorned. Okay? She's got over that. She's gotten over the fact that she was scorned. It's like, okay, you know what? This motherfucker don't mean me no good, and he's not going to change his behaviors. Boopity boppity boopity boppity loop. Okay? But everybody jumped on the Carlos bandwagon. Yes, you Carlos King, who decided we're going to make Melody the scapegoat of everybody else's fucking problems. And the only people that can see the forest for the trees are the millimeters, okay? And Martel is starting to see that now. And I know I'm probably going to get a lot of people cussing me out or what have you. But I'm going to stand by what I'm saying, because I think Martel has realized that his behaviors has affected not only Melody and his children, but it's also affected his business dealings and everything else going on in the community, because he has not been successful, because these people, the Scotts, let's just say the Scotts, are believing his lies, and they are so busy talking about him and the things that he's done and the things that he's doing amongst the community and other members that don't have a nickel and a quarter, they're all talking about him and spreading his news all across different stations and channels and networks and states and cities and so forth and so on. I think he realized, well, damn, I had a good thing. I may have fucked it up, but the least I could have done was continue to respect my wife. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a level of respect that he had until Melody left him. He is a hands-on dad, which none of them are. I never see fucking Maurice with his son interacting with his son or any of that. I never see Marcel interacting with his children. I never see him talking about the kids. I never see him doing activities and none of that stuff. We do at least see that with Martel, because Martel has always been that. But Martel has gone so far. He's so far gone that he's on his way back. He's just realizing how much he fucked up. And if I can't have Melody, I'm just going to fuck up the whole apple cart. But the bottom line is he's now starting to realize that I can have Melody, but I don't have to disrespect her. And it's a possibility that had I not disrespected her, we could still have an alliance and an allegiance where I could still have certain business connections. She might have helped me pass the builder's license test. This could have happened. Boopity boppity blippity bloppity blum. Because if you notice, the 4 years that him and Melody have divorced, none of those people that are his so-called friends helped him do anything. They just much rather just talk about Melody, talk about how bad she is, and Letitia, she trying to ruin my marriage. Okay, whatever. If Martel had just took his ego out of his fucking pocket and threw it in the water and said, you know what, it shouldn't be about my ego, it should be about me and Melody co-parenting. Hopefully, if I can show her I can be different, she might at least want to have a relationship with me in regards to co-parenting, hanging out once in a while with the kids, going to Destin, Florida, doing the certain things that we used to do. But once Martel started lying to his mama and his friends and everything, and everybody jumped on board with him, he realized, damn, I really fucked this shit up. I want Martel to tell everybody shit. Clear the motherfucking air. Clear the air and just lay the cards on the table. And in that way, nobody can blame the motherfucking millimeters. Because the reason you, Marsau, you, Letitia, you, Kimmy, you, Maurice, and you, Stormy, and you, Courtney, and everybody else that have a disdain or distaste for Melody is only because you're following Martel's lead. And Martel needs to lead these motherfuckers out of this path of hell that they're in right now. And what Marcel say? Everybody's having a hard time for talking about us. Nobody talks about you motherfuckers except us content creators. Because Martel does not talk about you. Melody damn sure don't talk about you. And I know the 4-piece chicken nuggets don't talk about you. Okay? So it's only the content creators that's talking about you. And nothing bad's happened to me. I'm still in my happily 20-something plus year marriage with Michael. Okay? So I need everybody to take off their, what's the cap I'm looking for? The angry cap. And actually listen to Martel, because I want to hear what Martel has to say. I actually literally want to hear what he has to say. It's not going to make it right in his relationship with Melody at this juncture, but he needs to take a stand against the people and stand against the mama of his children. Because by him hurting the mother of his children, he's actually hurting his business prospects. He's hurting that everything that could have been beneficial and lucky or financially profitable for him, he's hurting all of that. And he needs to tell Destiny to sit on the back stove, okay, the back burner or whatever. I get y'all friends, but this shit is just too close for comfort. I don't understand why the fuck she all up and through everything they talking about. Now she trying to prove to Melody they never slept together. Bitch, I wouldn't believe you either. I'd be standing there with my hand on my motherfucking hip and my other arm leaning up against the fence like, and why you telling me this shit now? Because you just went on a world tour talking shit about me, lying on me, and now you want me to believe something you're saying after you just lied on me on a 90-day world tour. Okay? I know y'all think this is not making any sense to y'all. I am a little sleepy, and it is past my bedtime. But I just wanted to get this out because I've been listening to content creators all day talking about Martell's a liar. Yes, Martell is a liar. But the only thing that I can see that he's been lying about is Melody Shari. He don't talk about the rest of them. He just doesn't walk around having a conversation about them. If you notice, he's only talking about Melody or some other bullshit. But it's either Melody, bullshit. Melody, bullshit. He don't talk about Marsau. He don't talk about Maurice. He don't talk about Kimmy. Definitely don't talk about Kimmy and Letitia. You know what I'm saying? But they have constantly have Melody's name in their mouth, or they're talking about the millimeters. For what? I don't know. And this, I don't know who started this narrative. Was it Carlos or was it Martell? But I think that if Martell is the one that started it, he realized that's the wrong road. Wrong road, wrong road. Okay? So I just want to advise or ask us to actually listen to what Martell has to say. Now, if we don't agree with him after he says it, then let's do that. But, excuse me, I belched. Okay. Pig? What a pig. If we don't agree with him, we won't know until we actually hears what he has to say. You can't agree with him before he says that, because if you think about it logically, he doesn't talk about anybody except Melody. He lies on Melody. He cusses people out. He goes off on a tangent, but the only one he's lying about and talking about is Melody. So how do we know he's a liar if we haven't heard what he said? And from what I've heard so far, it seems like Marsau kind of sort of agreed with what Martell was saying in regards to the cheating. Okay, that's all I got to say. Just listen to the man. I am by no means condoning anything he's done. He's still a piece of shit. I still can't stand him. But the fact of the matter is I want to hear what he has to say. And the reason I want to hear what he has to say, because I think it would be partial redemption for Melody, number one, and his way of apologizing in a haphazard, goofy, sort of clownish way, but that would be his way of apologizing to Melody and saying, yo, I fucked up. Knowing we can't get back together, at least I want to lay this on the table. I want you to hear what I got to say, and we'll take it from there. And that's that. Low Riders, tell me what you think about this video. I appreciate if each one of you get in the comments. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to your family, friends, and everybody, your bosses, the bosses' children, everybody in your community to please follow my video. I am trying to get to 3,000. I think I'm at 2.4K subscribers right now. My next goal is 3,000. My ultimate goal, my first ultimate goal is to at least clear $2,000 a month. And then once that goal is hit, then I have another goal to set. Because remember, I am trying to raise $50,000 for my nonprofit, the Brian Joseph Brundage number 44 Education Fund Incorporated, so that my brother can live in perpetuity with Oregon State University, which is his alma mater. And the 44 is his jersey number, so that's why I ask us 44 or more. So please subscribe, donate, whatever you can. I'm not begging, but I'm begging. Thank you so much. Wakanda forever. I love each and every one of you. Mwah. Peace.